Isn't yet. There we go. Oh, it's
My
saying
2-year-old
this.
would
I'm like,
love drinking this. It's
there we go.
pineapple and mango.
All right.
She's a fruitarian.
We
Go
are
ahead, Bobby.
live, Fruitarian. That's maybe the weirdest opening we've had
She's a
yet.
fruitarian.
All right.
That would be a major hindrance quirk.
Major hindrance quirk. All right. So, you guys are going to do your Drunk GM intro, but I got to do the stream intro, which is basically, if you're new here, we're a channel dedicated to spreading Savage Worlds. We're going to be a Savage Worlds exclusive Twitch channel, which, if you don't know what that is, it's really awesome. It's kind of like D&D. I'm DM Bobby, and I got my buddies here, my typical co-host Mike, Dan the Drunk GM, and Susan. Do you have a moniker like Dan, or are you just Susan?
I am just Susan.
Co-hosts don't get monikers.
It is now just Susan.
Just Susan. Yeah.
No, you got to do it like Jerry only, Susan only.
Okay.
Do you know that's the origin of his name?
No, it's just Susan. It's a pun because she's a lawyer.
Thank you. Actually, did you? You probably didn't know this, but fair is my.
Oh my God, it's puns on puns.
It is. All right.
All right. So we agreed we would shut up for a sec while you guys can do the Drunk GM intro.
Well, I think we're gonna.
We'll record.
Oh no, you're gonna do that at the end, right?
Yeah, but I will give a little brief rundown what we're doing here today, since I guess I'm in charge.
Yeah, you're running the show today.
Great.
Don't destroy it.
Just what I love. Pressure. So today we're going to be doing something very specifically not Savage Worlds, despite Bobby's savage intro. We're going to be playing some Traveler today. I'm a guest on the Twitch channel. Even though I'm a part of the network, it's not typically my show that you'll see here.
I'd like to say we need to put some big quotes in play.
Oh yeah.
We're not playing Traveler. We're making characters.
I think we're playing what might possibly be the most fun part of Traveler.
True.
Yeah, we're doing character gen. And has anyone here done it yet?
I did it like 5 years ago.
Nope.
Okay.
So.
I did it myself as like a practice run, just see if I get the flow, because there's a lot of steps. But it's really cool. For anybody watching who doesn't know, Traveler is a life path character creation system, which means that you live out part of your character's life during creation, and it's random events through a lot of tables and dice rolls and some choices. And originally we were going to play classic Traveler, where you can die during character creation. I
was actually going to say RPG Collide RA has our first comment, death in character gen. Woo.
Yeah, so that's actually what drew me to it. Like, it's so interesting. I mean, the life path itself is really great, but so I ran 2 characters last night through classic Traveler character gen to get ready, and the first one died on his first term of service.
Nice.
I couldn't even be a character yet, because you can't actually stop until after your first term. Then you can voluntarily retire after 4 years of service with almost no benefits. So he died in his first term as a scout. He died on a mission, and you get to craft a cool narrative. Like, that's the thing, right? I rolled, and I had to roll a 7. I rolled like a 4. So boom, character's dead. But I know what his job was. It was a 4-year thing. He got some skills, so I know what he might have been doing in this time. And then I get to decide how he died. He was, probably lost in space, because the scouts are in charge of mapping new sectors of space.
Mm-hmm.
So he just wandered off and was never seen again. Maybe he'll come back someday.
Maybe.
But my second character survived his first term, because I took the easiest one, the army, which is super easy to get into. It's pretty easy to survive if you have the right stats. And then he died on his second term.
Nice. Well, and this gets back to why we decided to do Traveler at all, which was that I was terrified of doing any kind of character that involved random rolling, and my resistance to not being in control. And you are not putting me at ease at all.
No, it's a crazy system. But I think what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do Mongoose Traveler, because I also have first edition Mongoose.
Mm-hmm.
You can't die during character creation. I thought about modifying it so we can. If you guys want, we can house rule it.
Is that this one?
That is that one. Yeah, look at that. Susan is, man. I gotta come over and just look at your collection of games that you've bought in the last year. Like,
right.
I got them all. Yeah, I do believe that's the cover. I have it on PDF. So, but you can't die, and now when like if you fail your survival roll, which is the thing that used to kill you, you now have a mishap, and you get a cool thing. Like you get enemies, or you might lose a stat, because of a catastrophic injury. But it has a lot more, like it has better narrative effect. It is genuinely a better character creation system, in my opinion, even without the ability to die, which I think is so messed up in itself. Because let me just say, if we sat down to play Traveler, and my first two, like classic Traveler, I would be so mad. I'd be like, I don't have a character. I've been here for 20 minutes, and I don't even have a character I can play yet. Right? I mean, you can't. But we lost Bobby. But everyone's going to need 2 dice, 2d6.
Got him.
Notebook, paper, or if anybody printed their Traveler character sheet.
I did.
Kudos. Did you really?
I did. I just found it online.
That. She's so prepared.
All about being like prepared.
That's,
It's a little control thing apparently that I've got to be dealing with here.
Can't control the character, but I can control if I have a character sheet.
Exactly.
That's right. That's why I write mine on a piece of like notebook paper, in pen like a maniac.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's like a manic nightmare. And it's perfect. I feel at ease with the situation. But yeah, you just need 2d6 and something to record your character on. And I did not print a character sheet. I don't have a printer at home, which is my big issue because my fiance works at a printed marketing center for Staples. So I just send her all my stuff and it comes home.
I found a form fillable character sheet. So
nice. Look at you. You're even worse than me.
I just found it as we were talking.
Yeah, I'm able to actually use a pencil.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest school of all.
Charcoal
right,
and
cool.
cave drawings.
Yes. Get my chisel out. Hang on, guys. Slow down. Okay. Oops. Now Dan's gone. Well, that makes it really impossible. Okay, let's talk about them behind their backs.
Well, they both stink really bad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've never even actually met them in person, but I can imagine that they.
They look like they stink. All right. Oh, good job, Bobby.
Oh wait, did you?
He just Facebook messaged us. I have a smell.
Dan, I have a smell that's hysterical. All right, actually, I'm going to pull up the Twitch on my phone so I can also be looking at the stream.
Yeah, I have it up. I just don't have it playing because that's really unnerving because it's all like a couple seconds behind. So freaks me out, and I stare at it with like the Zoom window up at the same time. So we're like,
you know what I did? Hey, I don't know if I just back there for a second. I put our Zoom window over the video window of Twitch and then mute Twitch, so it's like I'm watching it, but it's actually.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, but then if you click on the chat, it disappears and you get all weird.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and you disappear. All right. So Bobby is monitoring us from afar.
Yeah, I just noticed that when I was looking for the Zoom link again, and it's great. So we can actually get started. All
right.
And we're gonna miss you, Bobby, but let us know what crazy stuff happens. Oh, I suppose I should have something open so I can monitor what Bobby's saying to me. He monitors the chat. I monitor him.
Right.
Who's watching the Watchmen?
Right.
All right. So.
All right. Oh, he's typing in on the stream chat as well.
Oh, perfect. So you have the stream chat, Susan.
I do.
Okay. So we can just monitor that, and Bobby, we will see you next time. And good luck editing this fiasco that we're about to present to you. And the first thing we're going to do is, you both have character sheets. You don't need to write down your stats.
That's right.
But they are strength, endurance, dexterity, intelligence, education, and social standing. They're pretty straightforward, I think. If you guys have any questions about anything, I can certainly reference anything I mentioned. Susan, you have the book, so I guess you could do it yourself since you're not a guest on the show. But Mike, as our guest, I'm supposed to be hospitable. So if you need any help, let Susan know.
Yeah, exactly. Social standing, you have none. Go ahead.
First thing we need to do is roll characteristics. And what you do for that is you just roll 2d6 for each one, and it's right down the line. You don't get to move them around or change them. Susan?
2d6.
Yes, I heard that. And I was thinking it at the same time. I am a weakling.
Ooh. I'm a freaking super genius.
Pretty average so far. Oh, wait. So you say down the line, on my character sheet, it's strength, dexterity, endurance, and then intellect, education, social.
Yeah, I just said it wrong.
Okay.
You
No,
can't
I was just making sure that
Yeah, that's the way
a
mine is.
specific
As well.
order that mattered.
No, whatever you heard. Mine says the same thing. I just skipped
Okay.
one while I was reading and had to like
Gotcha.
see how smooth I am. I'm good.
Yeah. Man, I am super average
terrible.
so far.
I am a loser.
Oh, there's a 10 in education.
Is there a career for loser?
There's Drifter. Yeah, you can just be homeless, and it's fine.
Oh wow, I did pretty good. I think this is
Okay.
this is not a roll under system, is it?
No. So if anyone has the PDF open or the book, it's on page 6.
Okay.
Well, it's PDF page 7, but like print page 6.
Sure.
You just go by the actual page number.
Yeah,
You're gonna find the characteristic modifier
Cool.
table right in the middle. Now you get a just note your modifier.
How do you figure? I'm sorry. How do you figure out the modifier?
It's the characteristic is whatever the role is for that stat.
Oh man, I suck. I suck so massively.
Did you roll a bunch of like 3s?
No, they were all like 6, 7, 5. So at least I don't have any negative modifiers, I guess.
Yeah.
So I will say that the original Classic Traveler specifically has something that states, "Oh, if your character sucks really bad, just play with it anyways."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
Just kill him in character creation.
Right? Just try to go till you're like 60, because that's like
Thank you, modifier
10
man.
rolls. All right. So
how did yours come out, Dan? I got a 10 in dexterity, so I'm very nimble-fingered.
I got a 12 in intelligence, but then I got a 5 in education.
Nice.
So I'm a super genius who grew up on a dirt farm.
I mean, I got all my physical stats are 6, 7, 8, but then my other stats are an 8, 10, and a 9. So
that's nice.
A little better than average. Yeah.
I got 2 5s. I have some, issues.
Yeah, I have no negative modifiers, which is good.
Yeah, I have 2.
I have 1 modifier.
Oh, see, I'm worse than both you guys with my 12 intelligence. All right, so next step is homeworld skills, which is right across from the modifier table, actually, conveniently. And you get to pick a couple skills that you have based on what your homeworld consisted of before you took to the intergalactic skies.
Okay.
And I believe I don't see it referenced here as I'm reading and talking, but I believe you get 2. You pick 2 things from this homeworld list.
You just pick them. You don't roll for them.
No, you can just pick whatever you want. So you can decide what your homeworld was like. That's one choice you do get.
Okay.
So if you want to be from a low technology desert planet, you would get 2 ranks in survival, which would be a +2.
Cool.
Or however
All right. So wait, before breaking, you get a number of background skills equal to 3 plus your education.
Oh, 3 plus your education?
Well, I'm just reading it. It says before embarking on your careers, you get a number of background skills equal to 3 plus your education. 1 to 5, depending on your education score. So my education was 7.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Yeah, that is.
Oh, well, that's for the background, but you still have to pick your homeworld first.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So you have homeworld skills and you can buy them with your background skills. But how many homeworld points do you have?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It says you can pick whatever applies. So I guess we'll all take a moment to think about what our homeworlds consisted of based on maybe what we want, who we want to be or who we think we might be, and then decide what things might apply. I'm also going to determine how many of those background I get. My education is -1. I get 2.
Yeah, I get 4. That's pretty sweet.
And I think just to
So I
set
just
things.
get 3. All right. So I'm going to go with the 0G thing.
Nice. So you're from an asteroid?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards a rich industrial type planet. Let's see, does it say?
So you see how it says 0G0 and like C4 at Survival 0. What does the 0 refer to at the end? Is that a 0?
I think it's like a fill in the
Zero's
dot.
a fill
which
in
is
the
weird
dot.
that it
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
the main character book.
Gotcha.
like
It
the
is
main
strange.
rule book, but
All right.
So do we want to just say that we pick like 2 descriptors for the planet just to make it simpler?
Yeah, we can do 2 each. That's fine. And Susan, that is incorrect. It's not a fill in the dot. That is supposed to be a 0. They used a crappy font.
Okay.
So when you have no skill, it's a -3. And I was trying to find this and I couldn't find it in Classic. And I wish I had checked Mongoose a little more closely.
Okay.
Any untrained skill is -3 to your roll.
Okay.
When you get a skill, you get it at 0.
Okay.
That is the first like earned rank of a skill is 0.
Cool.
And then if you take a skill a second time, it goes up 1 rank.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If that's wrong, anybody let me know in chat. If it's or if you don't know, that's cool. We can just all pretend together because
Sure.
that's what role playing is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all just here to make believe, man.
So
Right,
yeah,
so
I'm gonna go industrial and rich.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah,
my
I'm going with.
primary
I'm going with.
characteristics.
Yeah, and I'm going with industrial and asteroid.
Okay.
So 0G and trade.
Now you guys could actually even be from the same place, whereas Mike just grew up in a different circumstance where he was exposed to the rich side of it. It might be an asteroid, but maybe he never learned to use 0
Or maybe there's
technology.
something that orbits the planet.
Just froze.
Who froze?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking that you're part of the like ship out in space that where all the like richies who run the planet.
Yeah.
All the corporate execs and whatnot.
I am back.
Hey, Bubby. I saw you pop up.
Yeah,
I heard
I
you
was
rolling
rolling my stats. I have a lot of 7s, but my strength is a 12.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
The rest of us suck at strength.
You missed it, but my my intelligence is a 12, but my education is a 5. So I'm like a pile of undiscovered potential. And I'm going to take agricultural for my home planet and low technology. So I'm like this old dusty farm, shit. What the fuck's the name of Luke Skywalker's home planet? Somebody help me out before the nerds. Thank you. Nerds, please don't come to my house and beat me up.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. I might have the wrong character sheet. It's from Mongoose. It's for Traveler.
It's probably 2nd edition.
That might be the book I was thinking of because I was telling Susan like the cover's different than the one I'm used to.
Yeah, so the cover I have is the all black with the red stripe, which is what Susan has for the book. When I'm hoping.
Well, let me see if I can find it because like the skills are completely different as I'm looking at them. So,
okay,
I'm gonna try and find 1st edition.
So we just pick 2 background skills, correct?
So you pick 2 homeworld skills, and then you get an amount of background skills equal to 3 plus your education modifier.
Gotcha.
And you can buy your homeworld skills, or you can buy. There's a list of education skills right underneath it.
Okay.
So as you go into it, so for example, so the background skills are like education. Are these the only background skills? Are homeworld and education?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the only ones you can get as part of the background process. So it just, I'm pretty sure from looking at it, it just doesn't include combat skills pretty much.
Susan.
Yes.
You said you have a character sheet?
I just Googled, I did drive through RPG.
Okay, can you just hold it up so I know what it looks like?
Yeah. Ta-da! Can you see it?
Yes.
And it's got this at the bottom.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, the one I'm on must be 2nd edition.
I feel like I need to mention I have one other stat that isn't a 7, and it's endurance, which is a 4.
Oh, nice.
So you're real strong, but you get tired real fast.
So
is that
I feel
a -2?
It's a -2, yeah. Or no, I think that's -1.
It's a -1 still. Yeah, it is.
Because I looked down and I wrote -4, and I'm like, that's not right.
Wrong game, Bubby.
So I think I'm going to do Asteroid 0G, which is like, why my endurance is so low. I've been I've been in nothing but sanitary environments.
Oh, nice. Okay. Susan grew up on an asteroid too. You guys can bond over asteroid farming.
Buddies.
I almost feel like mine was like a research station my parents worked at or something, because it had to have been so sterile for me to have a 4 endurance.
You taking high tech, maybe?
Maybe.
Little brainy guy?
Ooh, instead of 0G.
It's interesting.
No,
the way
after
I'm reading
0G.
the background thing is that you take 1 from the home world, and then you spend the rest of your background points on the education part.
Okay.
It says you may take the skills, like plural, listed for your home world. So I think you can buy both of them since we're doing a limit of 2.
Okay, it's
that's my interpretation.
Yeah, well, it says you can select any skill that matches your homeworld's planetary description. So do planets have more than 1 planetary description?
Yeah, so that is for building your homeworld, and you don't get those skills automatically unless you choose them. So like I pick agricultural, low technology, but it also might be a poor world that is, with deserts. I guess you could just pile on as many. It makes a reference to a Traveler planetary guide sort of book, and I'm imagining that they probably have really cool worlds built up with really awesome, tags, like garden ice caps, lots of snowberries.
Okay, snowberries. All right, we are all 18 years old. All right.
Yeah, and at this point, you are 18 years old, and we have to keep track of how many.
Plus money to download this character sheet. Come on.
Okay.
Let's see. I need career summary. Perfect. So once we have our home worlds established and our base skills, we get to pick our career there. So we're 18 years old and we're going to leave our home planet for the first time. Or maybe not. I guess if you take a job where you could do at your home planet, you don't have to leave. But we're going to embark in the adult world. We have to pick what job that we want to get into. So there's a list, and if anybody wants to read it, it is on page 9, but I will read it off since we have listeners, presumably, hopefully, right?
Yeah.
The first one is agent, and I believe that is like
law enforcement kind of stuff?
Yeah, like FBI, interplanetary, like bureaucracy kind of stuff. I'm not positive. I can double check. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. It's specialized right here. Law enforcement, intelligence, and corporate agents. Yeah.
Hey, Dan, I have a
we have the Army. We have citizens, colonists who go set up new worlds, workers and corporate people. We have drifters, who is pretty self-explanatory, I think. Entertainers, Marines, merchants, Navy, nobility, rogue, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You're pirates and thieves and stuff. Scholars and scouts. And as much as I like Mongoose better, I think they got a little carried away with the career table because first Traveler had like 4. It was like Army, Navy, Marine Corps. Like,
I believe so.
Good luck not dying.
So, Dan, I got a question.
Sooner or later, I'll have a character sheet.
So then once you choose the career, it goes into you get the different these are additional modifiers for your characteristics.
Yeah, so the way it works, thank you, Susan, because I forget that not everybody might be as familiar as me. That's why I keep
looking at the actual document.
Yeah, thank you. I'd be lost without you. Yeah, so the way it works,
I'm just Susan.
Just Susan.
Yeah, just Susan.
Every time you take a career, you do a term. A term is 4 years added onto your life, and you acquire skills for it or attributes. They're kind of based on what job you're doing, but they're randomly determined through tables.
Hey, Dan,
you get a little bit of say in it.
I've been trying to talk to you, but I forgot my mic on here was muted.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
You roll for your starting skills, and I can't figure out where that is.
No, not. You won't roll for your starting skills. You get to select your starting skills.
So we just picked the 2 from our home world, and that was it.
And so you take
and 1 from education.
Oh, 1 from education. Okay.
Well, no, it's 3 plus your education modifier.
What is your education modifier?
Okay, 0. So
you get 3 skills. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm really dumb. I only got 2.
2 from your home world, and you're not really dumb. You're really smart, but not very educated.
Fair. Yeah.
So 2 from your home world and 1 from your education. So you just have no education at all.
Pretty much. I don't have an exceptional education.
So going back, Dan. So like, say I picked Drifter Scavenger.
Mhm.
Would I then add 7+ to dexterity and 7+ to endurance?
No. So that table you're looking at is a very quick snippet. So you see the columns. You got the first part correct. You take the drifter job, and then your specialization would be more specific to what you want to do. Qualification is what you need to get into the job. So the drifter you automatically qualify, but like to be in the army, you have to roll to make it into the army.
Okay.
If you try for a job and you fail, you have to submit to the draft, I believe, or become a drifter for one term. And so if you qualify, you make it in.
Mm-hmm.
You are then going to get all your like skill or attribute or gear bonuses, whatever stuff you get through the tables. And then you have to roll survival at the end of your term. And that's to see if nothing catastrophic happens. You won't die anymore, like I talked about earlier, but you will, you might take an injury or an enemy that gets you, you ruffled some feathers and got thrown out.
Nice.
Gotcha.
And then if you don't get thrown out, if you survive, you can roll for an advancement, which is essentially a promotion. And when you do retire, you get mustering out, which is a boatload of cash and guns and starships. Well, you don't get starships sometimes, but very rarely. You get like free passage and like shares in a starship. But
so you roll survival, and then what is ADV? Is that advance?
That's to advance a rank. Yeah.
Okay.
So you might go from a captain to a lieutenant colonel. That's the next rank, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's been a while. Major.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to try and be an entertainer.
Nice.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, but I think I'm gonna pass on that.
My physique is so low, and I'm exceptionally average, except for being incredibly strong. And I don't want to be a drifter. So.
Okay. All right. Trying to figure out where on the sheet you write this career down.
I don't know if they have a good spot for it.
They don't.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Because you might have a ton of different careers throughout your
right. Oh, career history. Sorry, it's down in the right hand corner. Okay.
All right.
I know what I am not.
All right, I am going to.
I'm just going to buy this 50-cent character sheet.
Honestly, this is all I'm doing.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have a notebook either. Like, all of my notebooks are just full of shit.
You're a bad gamer.
No, because they're all full of shit. Because I'm
a good gamer.
I have notebooks full of shit. I go out and buy more.
All right, let's see.
Sorry, Bobby, we don't all get sweet channel money like you.
I actually found these clearance. This was like 50 cents.
I think you need to send Mike a notebook. He's upset.
I found an old crappy notebook that has some pages left.
All right, let's see. What am I going to do with my career?
All right, I got to go back and actually look at the book now.
Yeah, I assume I rolled a 9, so I got into entertainer.
Perfect. I'm going to join the... Oh, no, I can't do that. I have a negative dexterity modifier. I'll get killed. You have to be a little pragmatic sometimes, It's dangerous.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing.
I was going to join one of the militaries, but I'm not really cut out for any of them.
So say I wanted to like join and do like just like or no, actually I'm leaning towards scavenger. I'm going to do that if I fail. So if I chose worker, then I would roll my education, or I roll education, or I just get in because I have education over 5+.
No, so you'd have to roll. So you would roll 2d6 plus your education modifier that we determined,
which I have none
as
of.
long as you make a 5 on that.
Oh, gotcha. I see.
All
right.
right.
I really want to do that.
I am going to be... I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to join the army like every good farm boy does.
I'm going to be a performer.
I'm not there yet.
I'm incredibly strong. I'm actually a space dancer.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what all my my skills are first.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
I am going to join the infantry, or hopefully, I need an endurance check of 5+. Yeah, so I made it in, and so if you go to once everyone determines if they qualify or not, there's a page number listed for each career, and if you go to there, it will have like the skill stuff. You can get your skills.
So, sorry, I'm still on the skills. I just pick what I get from either the home world or education skills, or where do I pick the rest of my skills?
You do not
plus your education modifier. Yeah, I see what it is now.
Yep. Yeah, so that's how many you get for your background, but then other than that, you don't get to pick anything else.
Okay, so I get 4 total.
The rest is determined by dice.
And also, just so everyone knows, I just was checking some stuff, and this is something I had forgotten. You suffer a -1 dice modifier to qualifying rolls for every previous career you've had.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
So if anyone wants to change their first career based on that information, like, oh, I'm going to take a year abroad after high school to wander the stars. If you don't think that's a good idea because of the negative penalty, you can, don't hold anybody to that first decision. What I was looking for is if you get extra skills on your first enlistment like you used to. Basic training, here we go. For your first career only, you get all the skills listed in the service skills table at level 0 as your basic training. And then any additional, so that's on the specific page for your skills. So you would be on page 18, Bobby.
Yeah, I was looking for the service skill.
Let me see. Yeah, they're kind of chopped up all over the place here. Oh, they're in the middle of the column. So that's the
okay.
Yeah.
So I start with a 0 in
every one of those.
In every one of those. Oh, nice.
Yep. And you picked the specialization, right? You're a performer?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm going to go with merchant.
Nice.
I got to figure out if I need to do anything special for that.
I think you get a specialization as well.
I'm not going to lie. I have a secret plan, especially how this is going out. When our characters are done, we're making these in the Savage Worlds characters, and we are going to run a mini game with these guys.
Sure.
We now have a merchant and a space dancer.
Yeah, I was actually going to go with free trader. So.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, merchant also, but.
I might do something different then.
And
I've been all over the...
just so you while you guys are thinking that over, when you get to your service skills, you'll see, at least for mine in the army, I have a lot of that say any after them. So like drive any, athletics any,
specialization.
There is a spot where it has the list with the skills.
I just made it up. I said dance and theater because I have art. I do have a question. I picked deception as my third starting skill.
Okay.
I get deception.
Is that from the education pool?
Yeah.
Wait, where do you get deception?
I thought that was in the education pool. May have misread.
No, I don't see it in the education pool where I am.
Oh. What page is that on? Because I'm trying to find it.
6 or 7. I don't remember which one.
6.
Okay.
They're actually
there
like...
it is. They're just not like any kind of thing on it.
No, it's things you would actually be educated in.
You know what? I'm taking art.
There you go.
Going with my dancer, which actually means my art, dance, and art theater, I assume, get raised to a 1 then each.
Yeah. So if it's something that you've already received, then you will. Yep, it goes up to.
So once we're on the career table, then do we flip to like the merchants page to figure out our specialty, or?
Yep. So you're gonna want to flip over to the merchants page. That career table is just kind of like it's better for a GM, so I can reference kind of everybody's stuff. You're gonna want to go down to page 22.
Yeah. Sorry, did I step on your toes, Mike?
What? No, I'm still trying to figure this all out because I was a little bit behind you guys.
Also, RPG Clyde, it is 100% dancer with quotation marks. I am now a space stripper.
No, not okay.
But he's really strong and has no endurance. I imagine it looks like Phazon Love.
Oh man. So I think I'm gonna go with broker for my merchant.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So, what does survival mean? Like how it says like career progress, then you have survival and advancement. So, like you need to have this to survive doing the career.
No, you need to roll that to survive your term. So you might get injured.
Oh,
You might
okay.
make an enemy who gets you blacklisted in the broker field.
Right.
And they're all specifically tailored to the jobs. So it's cool. You get a little flavor.
Nice.
Okay, so now I'm looking at like skills and training. So I roll something and that'll get me plus a new modifier for those things.
Well, for your first enlistment, you get everything in the service skills list. Six skills.
Oh, you don't roll that?
Not for your first time. It's considered your basic training.
Oh, so I get all.
We get all of that stuff?
All service skills. Yeah.
Just the service skills column. Yeah, so it's 6 skills.
All right, but what about the personal development portion of the program?
I don't know if you. I don't know if you roll. I'm going to double check. You don't get that automatically. That's something you can roll for. I just have to double check something real quick.
Is drive meaning actual like vehicles?
Yes, but I believe it's like wheeled vehicles, tracked vehicles, hover vehicles. With that any, you can kind of pick specifically. I'm not sweating it right now. You don't have to decide at this moment.
Okay.
But it would be specialized at some point.
So here's a question. So we have like the skills and training thing with personal development, service skills, advanced education. Then underneath that is the specialist. Do we get all the stuff for the specialist?
You do not.
Okay, I just read and I caught up for you, Dan.
Thank you.
Because I found the page. So we get all the service skills right now, all 6.
Uh-huh.
Then, if we stay in the career, I guess, once you go into like further terms, you pick one column to roll on and you get the one thing you roll from the one column. So you can choose, like say in your second term, you can choose to roll on service skills again, roll on personal development, or roll in a specialization, and you only get that one roll. Whereas
that is correct.
Right now, you get all the service. You don't choose anything else.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh,
The
so
thing
you
I was
don't-
trying to figure out is if you still get a roll on your first term, where you still got 6 free skills. It says you get it every term, so I'm going to say yes.
Oh, okay.
We also will all get one roll on any table you want, either the top 3 or your one specialization,
Okay.
and you can apply that to your character. Whatever.
So
you have.
follow-up question.
Yes.
If it dupes something, then we just add one to that thing, right?
Yes.
That was my follow-up question.
Perfect.
Geniuses.
It's funny that broker is a service skill, but it is also a specialization.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. That's because your base modifier is 0, so like you're going to want to hit some of these things a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
I'm going to roll for personal development. Let's see what I get.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, too.
Ooh, I got one more endurance.
Yeah.
I'm up to a 10 now.
A 3. I got +1 social. I'm up to an 8.
Nice.
Which I do think actually raises my modifier, but I need to double
I was
check.
thinking the same damn thing, Bobby. 8 is still a +0. And also 10 is still a +1. So I guess neither one of us got what we wanted.
We got closer.
Thanks, life.
Space life. Everything we do, we have to say space before it. It's Traveler.
Yeah. I just listened to somebody playing Traveler. They did that. They were like, yeah, space and bacon. I'm like, oh no, it wasn't Traveler. It was Scum and Villainy.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like Traveler for PBTA.
But yeah, like imagine if at the end the characters we make, right? We then go and I drop you guys in Iron Gate
That'd be cool.
as Savage Worlds characters.
So yeah, so I have +1 vac suit. Yippee!
I chose to take that as my background one. You know, when you get blasted out of a ship, you'll be real fucking happy.
I rolled on the specialist broker table, and I got deception.
I have that too.
Let's see.
Well, yeah, you have to be able to convince people you're a good dancer when you're really not, because you have no endurance.
The great thing is I have
You're
no
really
endurance, and I'm
quick.
average at everything else except strength. All I do is I lift other dancers, but I'm a 0G dancer.
Use flex real hard.
Yep. All right.
All right, I'm trying to figure out one thing for my character. I apologize, and everyone's waiting on me.
Sure.
I don't see the target number for my commission roll to make officer rank.
What page you on?
Well, I was looking up above on page.
Are you Navy?
Army. And 8 lists the commission rules. And it just says like you can roll once per rank to make commission.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see like what. And I have a promotion or an advancement role, but I can also advance through NCO, non-commissioned officers up to like sergeants. So I don't see what I would roll in order to make my commission.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Oh, commission social +8. Here it is. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, I found it. So I'm going to roll for. I'm not going to try to commission because I don't think I'm going to make it. I will try to take an advancement. Officers suck anyways.
Where do we go after we pick, like, write down our service skills and all that and make our one skills and training roll?
Yeah.
Nobody else. You guys all have advancement options.
Yes.
I have ranks and benefits. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Before we advance, we have to survive, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we both have to make our survival rolls.
So
Yes.
we go to 22. Back to 22 here.
All right. Intelligence 5 to be a performer and survive.
Education 5. I think I got this.
Roll to 6.
Roll to 10. Is there anything like succeeding with style or raising or anything?
Not during this portion of the game. I can't speak for the whole game. I don't think so though. It's kind of it's very not even kind of. It's very OSR. It came out in like the 70s.
Yeah.
So it still has a really old like.
Well, I mean, the Mongoose one didn't, but.
All right. Yeah. So I rolled an 11. So
for advancement, you have to match, right?
So I survived.
Yeah.
Yay me.
Yeah. So it's meter beat.
Okay. Cool.
So if everyone survived, everyone can roll for their advancement next.
Yep.
Okay. So we don't roll an event or anything, right? Those are
only roll an event if you fail your survival. I believe I'm going to double check that as well.
I was going to say, I thought that was what mishap was.
Okay.
Let's see. If you are still in your career after resolving the survival roll on the events table. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely correct, Bobby. Thank you.
Sorry, say that again.
I know I said it really fast. I was reading. If you succeed in your survival roll, you roll on the events table. If you fail, you roll on mishaps.
Okay, where's the events table?
It's the next page on whatever your class is. Page 2 is events and mishaps.
Cool. Life event. Roll on the life events table. Page
you got the life event table?
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Is it good?
Life event's so cool.
Yeah.
Going.
I got one of my works is especially well received and popular, making you a minor celebrity.
Nice.
Gain +1 DM to any one benefit roll.
Okay. So you were given advanced training in a specialist field. Pro education 8+ to increase any one skill you already have by 1 level.
Oh, nice.
Well, except you don't know what my education is.
Yeah.
I'm reading my life event.
She has a benefit of you get another chance at getting a benefit.
Right. And I failed that.
I guess you get nothing.
I get nothing.
But nothing bad happened in Traveler. That's a win of its own.
I rolled my life event, and it's new relationship. This character becomes involved in a romantic relationship.
Okay.
Ooh. But you're a merchant, right? So it's not that. All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. You got a nice life event, huh? I was assigned to a peacekeeping role in my first term in the infantry. And
Nice.
I got ranks in admin, investigate, deception, and recon.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I think he was probably put on this hostile planet, and
makes sense.
Yeah, but maybe not an active war zone, right? Kind of like those, like Korea, almost demilitarized. Because he got a lot of kind of sneaky shit going on.
All right.
Okay.
And you roll for advancement next, I believe.
Yeah. Which I rolled just enough.
I rolled a 10. So advancement means you get to stay in the career, right?
No, that's what the survival does. The advancement, you actually move up through the ranks, and it helps you muster out.
So,
Gotcha.
so
Ooh,
you just
I get
automatically
+1
advance to the
social.
next rank, right?
Yeah.
One more time, Susan. I'm sorry.
You automatically advance to the next rank, right? When you succeed your advancement roll.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Okay.
assume you start at rank 0.
And you
Right.
become 1. Yep. There should
Okay.
be. I don't know about everyone. I have a rank and skill table on my character
I do.
page. And you also get skills for that, which I
Yeah.
didn't even notice. So now I also get gun combat and recon 1, but I already had recon 1.
Oh,
I get broker 1, so that means that
Yeah.
my broker.
because I get in my rank, I get a contact, but then my skills, I get +1 dex.
So I think one thing I will say, and I'm not positive, I think the way it works is if you say you had, for example, mine, I had gun combat at 0, and then by joining the military, I get gun combat 1 as my benefit. That just becomes a 1.
Okay, so if they match, it goes up by 1, but if it's higher, you just take the higher.
I think so, because like normally a +1 is technically 2 steps up.
Yeah.
So you would not apply 2 steps on top of.
Right. So if you're, so I've broker 0, and then I
Right.
just get broker 1 for rank 1. I just get broker 1.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out steps and stuff. Otherwise, they would say like +2 steps or whatever.
It also
Yeah.
means the higher you are at something, the harder it's going to be to
rank up.
rank up.
Which what do skills cap at? Like 3?
It might be 3, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so if everyone made it, we get to do our next term. So that's it. We're now
Alright.
I have
So-
one
20
last question
old.
for you, Dan.
yeah.
Mine gave me contact. Is that an ability? Because it's not on the skill list.
It is it's not a skill, it's friends, enemies, rivals, and contacts kind of stuff.
Okay.
And you get to actually just define that. I'm sure there's some very
Yeah.
vague rules.
Well,
that
with converting
outline
it to SWADE, it's going to be super easy. I just now have contact.
Yeah, you just got it.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna need a lot of skill points though.
All right.
I figure.
I still suck at just about everything. All right.
I have 1 skill with a 1 in it.
So does anybody want to leave their career, or do you guys want to continue in the same career
I'm
path?
continuing.
You have the
I'm
option.
going to continue.
Even if you survive, you can still choose to leave.
Okay.
So I'm also going to continue, and we're all just going to start by rolling our survival again and see what happens.
And it's this. Okay. Now, do we do the negative thing at this point?
No, because we have this is the same career. So as long as you never switch to something else, you won't get a negative.
Yeah. And do you roll your skills and training for the next one before or after your survival?
I guess it doesn't really matter. You will, even if you fail your survival, you'll still get your skill.
Okay, then I'm rolling it before because that might affect my survival roll.
Right.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you guys should. If you do personal development, especially.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
going
doing.
to this time. I'm going to.
So you roll. I'm sorry. You're rolling your advancement before you roll your survival.
He's
No,
rolling his skill on the
and
table.
training.
Yeah. Because every
You're
term
still-
you're going to roll on that skill table, whichever one you want.
Yeah, whichever table you
Right,
want
but
from
it-
skill and
but it-
training.
But that doesn't make sense to me. It makes sense to me that you have to. So you've just ranked up. So now you have to see if you survived at that prior skill level to determine whether or not you get to roll.
I think the idea is even if you don't survive, you still gain
Yeah,
skill
you
and-
still gain that roll anyway. Survival is whether or not something bad happened by the end of it, not at the very beginning of it. And skill and training is
Okay.
what you get during it,
Right.
which is why I was pointing out for Dan.
Yeah. No, because like for example, the mechanical reason is like Bobby said, if you take personal development, you can increase your stats, which could change your modifier for your survival roll.
Right.
That happened to me.
So I think there's definitely a merit in rolling your
I
skill.
survived.
I got heavy weapons. Ooh.
Event. I increased my intelligence actually. I survived.
I actually increased my intelligence through personal development. So
Nice. I just got
So-
streetwise. And when we're putting these down, so when we get the skill, we put a 0, not a
Yes.
1. Okay.
Correct.
survival, then event, then advancement.
Ooh, yeah.
Unless you fail your survival.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
fail your survive, then it's a mishap. So.
A mishap instead.
Okay.
So I got, you have the opportunity to criticize or even bring down a questionable political leader on your homeworld. If you refuse and support the leader, you gain nothing. If you accept, you gain an enemy and roll art or persuade 8+. If you succeed, you gain 1 level in any skill you already have. If you fail, increase a skill anyway, but roll in the mishap table.
Wow, that's a good one.
I'm going for it.
It's long, but it's good. I like it.
All right, I have a persuasion 0.
All right.
And I need an 8.
My event was boring.
Right.
Yeah,
One of my
mine was.
Engineer,
I got-
animals,
I-
or social science.
I got legal trouble, so I gained one of advocate, admin, diplomat, or investigate.
I got a 9.
Sweet.
So I have enemy anyways.
Now you get to increase one of your skills.
Yeah.
So after you're done with your bookkeeping, think about your event. Think about what you did to bring, who is this politician? You're a dancer. What did you do to bring them down? Was it some frisky strip club business?
Well, I'm a dancer and an actor because I have to take 2 arts. So I figured it's like performative dance. So yeah, I was the lead in a like Henry VIII style interpreted dance space performance. But it was so good, he couldn't do anything to harm me after other than just now hate me.
I got advanced training in a specialist field. I have to throw education. Oh God, 8+. Let's see if I don't think I'm getting any skill points this time, guys.
I'm actually gonna say the skill I increase is carouse because I was my last term I was a minor celebrity already.
Yeah.
So it's going up, and now I'm like networking and doing all that stuff. And now I see if I advance.
Is there a place where the skills are broken
Yes!
down a little bit?
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
look
God.
at around page 50,
Okay.
sorry, not 50,
50-ish.
52. It's 52.
Okay. Cool, because I could take social science. I'm going to just double check what that exactly covers.
I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah.
7 on my advance, so I advanced. I now am level 2.
Excellent.
Nice.
And my social has reached a 9, which I believe means it's now a +1.
It is. Good job.
What skills do
so
I get?
I heard you guys talk about it, but it was sort of drowned out. Susan, what did you get for your event?
My event was a legal thing.
Oh, you got in some trouble.
No, it wasn't. It was like I got into a legal difficulty, legal trouble, but I get to gain a skill in advocate, admin, diplomat, or investigate. And I'm trying to decide which I want to take.
Which
Because I'm a free trader.
Oh, you know what else I've seen incorporated? I don't know if it's in the rule book. I heard it on the Happy Jack's actual play of Traveler. They did. I think it is in here, maybe second edition though. They did connections after each term. Anybody they could like
Nice.
there are things that happen to each other.
Okay.
So we already missed the first time. I kind of forgot. I mean, I wrote down my event, but let's not backtrack too much. We're gonna have more terms.
Okay.
But if there's any events that happened that people want to kind of tie into each other, once we can catch up on Mike's what his story was.
Yeah.
Because I'm just stationed on a planet shooting stuff, but it could be a planet where one of you guys are, if that works.
So
Okay.
With space
sorry.
climbing.
So if we've done one advance, which is what we've done, right? We're up 1 rank, right?
Yes.
So we went from 0 to 1.
Yes.
So yeah, for my event, I got gain any one of these skills reflecting your time spent dealing with suppliers and spacers. I can pick trade, engineering, animals, or social science. I decided to take more trade because I already had trade 0, but you can take a different kind of trade. So my trade 0 was hydroponics. That's what I already had. But my new trade is biologicals in general, because that's another form of trade. So I think that originally his family, or we'll say he worked for his family, like at least extended family, they have some money, comes from a rich place. They were big into like hydroponics and stuff to help crops and all that junk. He started to branch out a little bit to find ways to make new money for himself, and has started trading in biologicals, which is, according to the book, is engineering and managing artificial organisms, which I'm going to need to look into a little more because I don't know exactly what kind of shit exists in Traveler.
So the technology level in Traveler is like way out there. There's like alien worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
So it could be pretty much anything you want.
Maybe they're like so they were in hydroponics for like crops and stuff. Maybe the new biologicals that he's selling are semi-sentient plants that can take care of themselves.
Ooh.
Just
See, I was thinking like farm-raised beef, but like on a vine.
a bunch of cow heads on vines.
Yeah, you know, like the square watermelons. But
Yeah,
these are cows.
yeah.
Worst
I like the idea of
wine ever.
like Groots basically, but not quite as sentient as Groot. They're more just like they have a defense, like they take care of themselves, they water themselves, protect themselves from harsh climates or predators. Crossed a lot of like carnivorous plants together to get these things and a few other things, but that's proprietary. We can't really talk about it.
So now, how did you get to specialize in trade? Is that part of being a broker? I get generic trade. Like I don't.
Yeah, I have. Well, so trade, they all have. Well, not all of them, but trade has specialties specifically.
Yeah, but the way I read it is, if you have trade 0, then you don't get to specialize. But maybe I'm wrong.
That might be the case, but I gained trade 1.
Yeah, I didn't
from my event. So
okay.
I assume that means that I have trade 0, like regular trade, and then trade 1. I didn't realize that they didn't both specialize. I just assumed they did. But whatever.
It says someone with a trade skill of 0 has a general grasp of working for a living.
Yeah.
But little experience beyond the most menial jobs.
Okay.
I love how I don't even have a trade 0.
Yeah. Okay. So then we'll say that his family was more into the hydroponic side of things. He wasn't really. He was trying to figure out how to do almost to obsolete what they were doing. Like move into a new frontier of crop growing, so to speak.
Each of these is 4 years, right, Dan?
That is correct.
Okay.
Cool.
So we are all 26 now.
All right. So
When does the game start? How old are you?
18 at your first roll.
You can
no, I mean like when you actually
retire
start
at any time.
Oh yeah, you can retire whenever you want. So you could have like people in there. Like typically, I think most people would say I'd say average 4 to 5 rolls. 5 rolls qualifies you for military retirement in the original Classic Traveler. I don't know. This game's not as focused on military. There's a lot
think
more.
Doing a max of 5, since we're on a podcast, will probably be.
Yeah.
Quick question. So when does character creation stop and playing the game start?
Once you've retired the character.
Once everyone retires, yeah. So we retire from our jobs, then all get grouped into some awful job together.
Oh, so
we can all retire kind of whenever we want. Like, with Classic Traveler, it was a lot more incentivized because you're like, man, I don't want to die. I'm going to stop, or I need more skills. I'm going to push. Whereas Mongoose, you see, like, we all have a pretty good skill array already. But the longer you go, the more stuff you get. You get muster out rolls.
Yeah, I have. By the way, terrible. I'm boring. I am like the most boring person ever right now. I am good at a few things, but nothing fun. So I'm gonna keep. But you can switch jobs at any time.
Yeah. So if you decided you wanted a new career, we finished up this second term. We're getting to go into our third. You could say I'm going to leave the merchants and go do something different. And that would you just have to qualify for the next job. You have to roll, the enlistment roll.
Gotcha.
Once you do that, you're in.
All right.
And I believe the muster out roll is you roll a d6 plus whatever the rank you were, right?
It's either d6 plus rank or d6 plus terms served.
Okay.
I will double check. And we can roll some and see all the cool money and weapons we get.
So I'm thinking my free trader has been, basically serving on a bunch of tramp ships. I've been basically having to lick other people's boots for too long, and I've been flying around. I am switching to rogue.
Cool.
And now, do I take a negative something on something?
Excuse me. Yeah, you do take a -1 to your enlistment roll.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
All right.
And because you just took a new career, you get to look at your service skills for rogue, and you get to pick any one that you want.
Okay.
And then you'll still get to roll as well. So you don't get them all the second time, but you get to pick one of your choice. So it's still pretty good.
But I'm back down to being rank of 0.
Correct.
Okay.
But you have a section that has the service history, so just keep track of how many terms you served in each thing. 'Cause I think even if you serve multiple jobs, you muster out of each one. Like, I think technically you'd muster out of merchants now, but we can do it all at the end. 'Cause I have to like reference the rules.
But wait, don't I then get money?
You do get money, and actually you can get like skill bonuses too, I think. So maybe we should muster you out.
Yeah, here I'm gonna muster out now. So I roll 1d6.
Hang on one. I just want to read it because this one is a little different. When you leave a career for any reason, gain material benefits. There are 2 tables, cash and benefits. You may only roll on the cash table a maximum of 3 times, regardless of how many careers or benefit rolls you have. You gain 1 benefit roll per full term served. If you leave because of a mishap, you lose that one.
Wait a minute, what's that? I never got a mishap. What?
No, I'm sorry.
So I rolled twice?
Yes, you had 2 terms, so you get 2 rolls. And did you reach rank 1?
Yes.
So you get a benefit roll for that as well.
All right.
Okay, so it's not a modifier. You just get extra rolls.
I rolled twice on cash and then once on other benefits?
Well, it's your choice. You have 3 rolls. You can only use 3, up to 3 on cash. You could roll them all on benefits if you wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you have to reach rank 5 to get a +1 to the roll.
And let's see. So I'm going to roll for my skill and training. Going to take
What is ship share?
Oh, a ship share is you own some investment in a ship over all these years. You can get free passage. You can hire them for. It's a narrative effect.
Cool.
But you have some investment in a ship. So if you guys needed like off-planet passage or to ship something, you'd say, "Hey, I'm cashing in this." Okay. You don't cash it in, but you'd say, "I'm calling on a favor to someone who owes me."
I'm just trying to figure out where I would put that. All right, so then I go over to my new guy, gal, whatever she is, and I choose 1 service skill.
Yes, you'll get to pick one. All right, and I rolled for my 3rd term. I took my service skill. I got heavy weapon, which is my 2nd term training in that. So apparently I'm being pigeonholed in my career. How dare they? And we'll see if I survive.
So this is hilarious. I keep taking personal development. How I had a bunch of 7s, I now have 3 9s.
All right, so I failed my survival roll. I get a mishap this time.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know you left. I have it in like the thumbnail view, and I just figured you were soaking in our knowledge.
So all I got from switching was I get 1 service roll, and that's it, right? I don't roll on specialist or anything?
You get a roll on either your specialist or one of the top tables.
In addition to the one I just pick.
Correct. You get 1 free choice and you get to roll.
Did you guys do like your 3rd term yet, or is that what we're on?
That's what
I'm doing my 3rd right now.
Switched careers, so we slowed down a little bit to walk through the like re-career path. I rolled mine. I actually got a mishap. I got severely injured in action. I'm getting qualified from the army because of it, so I need to find the injury table.
I'm having to pull up the life event table.
All right, I'm going to roll twice and take the lowest result, which is the worst result.
Because I rolled a 7, which apparently lucky 7 gives you a life event.
Oh man, my skills are at broker 2.
Oh my god, I just got crime. The character commits a crime, is accused of a crime, or is victim of a crime. Lose run. Ooh. I have a floating +1 to any die roll.
Nice.
My
using
life
it.
did not turn out as well as yours.
I'm burning my +1 because it turns crime to unusual event.
So I got nearly killed.
Oh no!
I get to reduce one of my physical characteristics by 1d6. The other 2 physical characteristics are reduced by 2. Or I can reduce one of them by 4.
Do you get attacked by my sentient plants?
You know, I'm not really sure what happened. I'm going to figure that out in a second. But whatever it is, they got me good.
Yeah.
All right, let me look at my stats.
So I got ancient technology. You have something older than the Imperium or even older than humanity.
Ooh.
Nice. Ooh, I spend months in dangerous criminal underworld. Gain 1. I chose pirate, by the way, just in case somebody cared. Gain 1 streetwise stealth, melee, or gun combat.
Nice.
I'm gonna take stealth.
So I rolled for my event. I rolled a 12. So your business or ship thrives. You are automatically promoted. So does that mean that do I still roll an advancement after that?
Yeah, you get. It says you get an advancement roll, so I think that you can still qualify. It was a good 4 years for you.
Yeah. So my crazy weird plant business takes off. I get a few infomercials, go on Shark Tank. You know, it's funding.
So I'm rank 2 performer now.
I'm a rank 3 because of my sweet promotion.
Oh yeah, because your thing gave you an extra promotion, right?
So yeah, question.
You do the event and then you do the advancement, right?
Yeah,
correct.
And then there's nothing negative that happens except that you don't advance if you fail your advancement roll.
That is correct. Yes.
So I'm still rank 0. All right.
So do the ranks actually mean anything other than the skill you get? Because like for level 1 and 2, I don't have any kind of title. Then at level 3, it says experienced broker.
Yep.
They should give you a skill benefit, and it'll also matter for mustering out.
Right. So if you don't get any skill benefits yet, you do get a muster out bonus. Once you make rank 1, you get 1 additional die on your muster out. If you make rank 4, I think
3
you get
and
2.
4. 3 and 4 gives you a second.
So that's why it says experienced broker at 3. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. But you've already earned 1 extra muster out die. Well, actually, you're at 3, so you're now 2 extra.
3.
So I'm pretty sure that my character was blown up in some sort of landmine accident because I took a -6 to my strength. It's now a 1. I took a -2 to dexterity, which is now 3, and I took a -2 to my endurance, which is now an 8. He's still moderately tough, except that he might be wheelchair bound. I'm not really quite sure anymore.
Aww.
I forgot we start at rank 0. We didn't have to roll into rank 0, right?
Correct. You qualify.
Okay, then I'm rank 3. Yay. Oh god, my strength is a 13.
Wow. Is it? Wait, you're not adding to your strength. You're just adding to your modifier, right?
No, it's to the strength.
It's to the score.
Yeah. Which then, if it goes up high enough, will change the modifier.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So I did that wrong.
All right. I think. Let's see. We are probably about an hour now. We don't have to wrap up right now, but where I just got blown up and I'm almost like literally incapacitated. Because if my strength drops 1 more, I'm pretty sure I die for reaching level 0 stat.
Gotcha. Well, we did say up to a max of 5, so we got.
Yeah.
So
I've
gone through 3. All right.
Yeah, we've gone through 3.
All right. Well, you know, let's ride it out. If we're going,
I was gonna
5,
say, if you want to retire young and be a younger character, that's.
Is there any benefit to that? Do you get anything out of it?
No, you just stop getting jacked up by life.
Yeah.
You stop getting blown up and shit. Yeah.
I just lost 6 strength.
We were actually talking about while you were AFK. It was a bigger deal in original Traveler because you also don't risk dying.
Yeah.
Right. That was the big.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep going with. I'm a good ass broker, I guess.
You are, man.
I'm gonna become a citizen.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna try at least.
Actually, you know what? I'm dropping mine, and I'm going. I think I'm going to end up becoming a drifter because I want this to be a story where things go bad. I'm going to try and become a noble.
Nice.
Nobility is social 10. I have a +1. Oh, but I have a -1. All right.
All right, let's see. I rolled a 6. -1 is 5. I still qualified.
Okay, so
I rolled
now-
an 11. I'm a noble.
Now I have for the first time failed a survival roll. What happens then?
So instead of rolling on the events table, you're going to roll on the mishap table,
Okay,
which is 1d6.
Gotcha.
Oh, I also need to muster out of my thing.
Yeah, I didn't do my muster out rolls yet either. If you want to do them right now, you totally can.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I had 3 terms, plus I was rank 3, so I have 5 rolls. A 3.
All right. I was betrayed by a friend. One of your contacts or allies betrays you, ending your career.
Oh no.
That contact or ally becomes a rival or enemy. If you have none, then you're betrayed by somebody you didn't see, and you gain a rival or enemy. So I am no longer a rogue now, and I now have rando enemy.
Susan was just too nice to be a rogue. She was still in traitor mode, and they were like, no, we're going to eat you
No.
alive. You need to go.
Slapping
question.
me around.
So I
Yes.
rolled for my personal development. Melee blade. Is that just that's a skill, right?
That is a skill, yeah. So sometimes you get melee any, but you got a specific melee weapon.
So for some reason, I get good at stabbing things. Probably a few of my plants got out of control, and I had to prune them.
So I have a question for you. I think you covered this with Susan. We don't get all 6 of the service skills for your second career, correct?
you get to pick one at your
Pick
choice.
Ooh.
From only the service skill
Yeah,
column. Yep.
but the thing is... Yeah, I'm just upping my persuasion then.
All right. So I joined the corporate world and got promoted
Nice.
after learning a little bit about brokering and streetwise.
Ooh, what am I? Am I an administrator, a diplomat, or a dilettante?
Dilettante.
Oh, also, in my social roles, one of them I took 40k. I gained a contact. I gained 2 ship shares. I increased my intelligence and my social.
In one roll?
Well, I had 5 rolls.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
How did you get 5 rolls?
Because I was rank 3, so I got 2 extra rolls, and I went 3 terms.
So I'm guessing when I
Yeah.
got betrayed on that mishap that I don't get to quote unquote muster out.
Yeah. So if you mishap
Out.
you lose that term from when it applies to the muster out roll.
Okay.
So I served 3 terms in the army, but I only get to muster out for the benefit of 2 of them because I was blown up.
Okay.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna serve my last term now. So I
I'm
did my
going
4th.
with dilettante because it's like a drifter, only with more baths.
Oh wait, I need a. I
Oh
need an
god,
event.
survival is so easy. It's a social 3.
Yeah, some of
Hold
them are
on.
much easier than
If I
others.
roll snake eyes, I still get a 3. Because I have +1
Well, there you go.
social, so do I just not roll?
When do
yeah,
I
you're-
get the,
you're not wrong.
when do I get the negative DM thing? There was something.
Yeah, it's only when you join a new career though.
Okay, so I'm joining a new career now.
So you'd have a -2 now for 2 previous careers.
Right. So, but that's on which roll?
The recruitment role. So depending on what,
To see if I make it in, right?
oh, the qualifier role, I should say. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, do you choose to muster out after, before advancement or after advancement?
No, you can advance first. That's part of the term. So I guess you would muster out instead of starting a new term.
Right. That's what I figured.
Okay. So I failed my role to become a Marine. So now I become a drifter, right?
Well, you can also submit to the draft if you want.
What happens then?
You roll a 1d6 and you get randomly selected into one service, which could be the Marines.
All right. I rolled a 6.
You are a law enforcement agent.
Oh man. Oh.
Okay,
What's up, narc?
this is hilarious.
Right?
So the thing is, with being a noble, surviving's easy, advancement is crazy hard. I have an intelligent 8+ to advance. What I just got was you make an alliance with a powerful and charismatic noble who becomes an ally. Either gain 1 level of leadership or take +4 DM to your next advancement roll.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm taking +4 DM.
Yeah.
So I had a political upheaval strike my new home world I'm living on as a corporate citizen, and I was caught up in the revolution. So I just imagine him like Lieutenant Danning around in his wheelchair while like the aliens invade. Like, get the fuck off my planet!
That is
Like
amazing.
robot legs or something though?
No, because I guess it would be his arms, right? He's probably like, I mean, I hate to be insensitive. He's probably like a full like quad. He has one strength. He can't even lift his damn arms anymore.
So he's in like a wheelchair, but has like a gun attached to
He's
it. That,
Stephen
like,
Hawking's with a turret.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a couple of ranks in heavy weapon.
Yes. I love this. By the way, I have +1 int. My noble's giving me +4, so I have +5. I rolled a 1 and then 2. I barely got it.
All right.
So yeah, my event for my last thing was I'm embroiled in legal trouble. Gain advocate 1, admin 1, diplomat 1, or investigate 1. I'm gonna say that somebody like there's corporate espionage, and somebody tried to steal my proprietary plant secrets and succeeded. And so I'm also gonna muster out after this. But I'm gonna take the investigate 1 because he was like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this shit, and I'm gonna get revenge.
Where do you put contacts in?
I don't know if there's a specific spot. There must be. I'm not familiar with that character sheet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at. Is contacts a skill?
No.
No, it would be like a enemies, contacts, allies.
Oh, gotcha.
It's basically the Swade contacts edge, from what I've been able to find.
Oh, I survived again.
So
I survived
following my story, especially now that it's impossible for me to not survive, I was like this super buff dancer who then became a minor celebrity, who then pissed off a dictator, and then befriended another dictator, and now I'm basically like his boy toy. Because I have a contract. My dilettante is wastrel. If I get lucky and raise my rank 1 more in the last, I'll be an ingrate. I have 40,000 credits, 2 ship shares. I'm like a yacht boy. Space yacht boy.
When I'm mustering out, what do I roll?
You will roll. All right. So there's a couple things you have to determine. Hang on one second. I gotta write down my last event, and then I will.
Yeah. Well, I can probably find it in the book. I don't need to ask you.
You can. But is that
if
much fun?
Make my life easier.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, man, I piss off everybody.
So mustering out, you get 1 roll per term you served.
Okay.
You get 1 additional if you reached rank 1 or 2. If you reached rank 3 or 4, you would get 2 extra rolls.
Oh wow! So I get to roll 6 times on my mustering out.
If you somehow reached rank 5 or 6, you get to roll 3 extra times and get a +1 to all your rolls.
Yeah, I was at 4, so that's okay.
Yeah, and you only had 1 job, right? You stayed a merchant the whole time.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you roll. You can only roll 3 times on the cash table.
Okay.
Since you have so many rolls, that might actually apply to you.
Yeah.
So I need to muster out as well. So.
All right, so I'm going through my 5th whatever you call it term. So I start by rolling on the skills and training thing, then I do survival, or do I only roll once, right, to increase my skills or training?
Correct.
Okay. Then I do the survival.
Yep.
Then I do the mishap or not. Okay.
Yep.
Guys, I just rolled my cash rolls, which I did 3 of. It's got 100K.
Nice.
Then we do the other ones.
Wow, the merchants get tons of money, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled really well.
Well,
my highest is 30,000, so I could only like get 90 at max.
I got 2 was it mustering out rolls? I got 100K and a yacht.
Nice.
I got +1 social for the army and a Oh, should I take a cybernetic implant or +1 endurance? I think I want a cyber implant because I'm already pretty jacked up physically.
Yeah.
So Dan, what would it mean if I have a yacht and 2 ship shares?
So you own your own yacht, and then you have ship shares in somebody else's ship. Maybe it's like a larger station that you can dock onto,
Okay.
or it could be like a small cargo.
I'm thinking it's actually like a small cargo one, because I might as well convert the yacht where there's actually like a smuggler ship inside the yacht.
I was about to say I have ship share as well, so we could create a connection there.
Yeah.
I also share. Do you know what free trader does on the mustering out benefits for the merchant?
That's a kind of ship.
Oh,
Oh.
a ship.
It used to be that only scouts could get a ship when they mustered out, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of people can now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm almost positive the free trader is a ship. Was it a 6? Did you roll a 6?
Then
That's a ship. Yeah.
A 6 or a 7. How do you roll a 7?
If you're rank 5 or 6, you get +1 to all your rolls.
And I actually get a +1 to 1 muster out roll. I earned it as part of my like event.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
Yeah, so I made out pretty freaking good.
We have a bunch of ships. There's at least 3 ships.
So I assume under other benefits it says gun. I assume that's the gun skill, right?
No, that is a gun.
I get a gun. Okay.
You finally have a gun.
Because the gun skill is combat. So how do we get gear?
From your money.
I mean,
I guess you would buy it. Yeah.
I'm a damn.
I should take some money.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
So where is the gear section?
Oh Lord, I have no idea.
Yeah, we won't worry about.
Well, I'm a cop without a gun. I'm feeling a little naked.
So moving to a new career, you have to roll on the qualification thing.
Yes. Excuse me.
Cool. So I'm gonna for my last. We're on number 5 now, right?
I finished my 5th. But yeah,
I finished my 5th. You might be behind.
All right. So yeah, I'm
you get a
going
-1.
Yeah, and I'm going to become an agent for corporate espionage because I was the victim of it.
Nice.
And I tracked those guys down, and then somebody else took notice, and they're like, "Hey, my business was already ruined because these people stole my trade secrets." So
this is actually kind of perfect because here is how I got out of being a noble now and retired. You become deeply involved in politics on your world of residence, becoming a player in the political intrigues of government. And then I gain a skill and also a rival. I have an enemy and a rival.
nice. So then I gain 1 service skill for free and 1 table roll.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take gun combat because I own a gun now. And then I'll roll. Let's see.
Yeah, for the most part,
Yeah,
I think a lot of us won't have combat skills, which will be.
Well,
I have melee blade and gun combat. So
I have gun
you're the one I
combat.
wasn't thinking.
combat.
Oh, I
I
didn't
have
know
gun
you got
combat
combat.
also.
Nice.
I'm a combat monster. I'm just like very
But it's
frail.
useless.
I'm so smart. I ended up getting a +1 to intelligence on my muster out too. So I have a 13 intelligence.
You learned from your mistakes. Oh my god! I was gonna say you learned from your mistakes, but yeah, you're Stephen Hawking with a Gatling gun.
uneducated Stephen Hawking. All
Yeah,
he's been
right.
educated in is death.
I have a degree in death.
What my event is. I hope it's a disaster.
Mhm.
I've
Did
been
you
getting all
survive?
good stuff, so
You survived it already? You roll that now.
I did survive it.
Oh, okay.
Oh god, I forgot. I also have to figure out how to translate over to Swade having a piece of ancient technology.
I
Nice.
gain 1d3 contacts.
Ooh.
Nice. I have 2. But I also have a random enemy that's somewhere out there lurking.
That's really mad at you.
Yeah, it's really mad at me. So I had this great life as first I was a free trader, and that was sucky because nobody treated me with respect. So then I became a lackey on a pirate ship, and they freaking screwed me over, kicked me out. So now I have turned tail, and I am a cop. I'm a sergeant.
Mhm.
And
You're working on all your old pirate friends.
yeah, basically I'm a detective now, and I'm hunting them down. I'm gonna find that guy.
Yeah.
The one who betrayed me. But
Hey,
I've got a ship share.
I was gonna say,
Which-
hey Susan, How
Yeah.
do you feel about, like, with connected backstories? Since my character was 100% a boy toy till he decided to get into politics as a boy toy, and I left with a yacht, you had, like, 3 ship shares, and I just bought your 2. And that's why I have 2 ship shares in the ship you're in.
I only have 1 ship
Well,
share.
that's why I'm saying you had 3, I bought 2 narratively. So you would still have 1, and that's where my 2 came from.
Oh, that's fine. How old are we now?
5 times 4 is 20, so we're 38.
Yeah. Yep. We would be
Okay.
38.
I realized I was about to get into my 40s. I needed to stop being a boy toy and run away with the yacht and 140,000 credits.
Now,
All
it
right.
has race and racial traits. Did we miss a step somewhere?
No, there are alien races. I just didn't incorporate them.
We are humans.
Yeah, just keeping
We
it
are.
human.
Yeah.
And are there any specific traits to that? Like,
I don't believe there's any sort of starting benefit type stuff.
yeah, that figures.
As far
That
as I know.
Figures.
Yep.
All right, since these are randomly generated, I'm going to work on a quick Savage Worlds conversion.
So yeah, I mustered out. I got a couple stat benefits. I got a cyber implant from the army, which is probably like a spine that keeps me vertical. And I got $50,000 severance from my corporate job.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we all have to muster out now, is the deal?
Yes.
Yeah, so you'll muster out of
Alright.
your last
I
career.
was totally not even paying attention. So if I have a rank of 2,
You get 1 extra roll on top of how many terms you served.
So I got a
Wait.
social implant and a combat implant. Don't know what those
Social,
mean,
huh?
but
I get a negative something for having been in 3 careers, right?
That was only to qualify for a career. That
Yep.
has nothing to do with mustering out.
Okay, so for each career, I get how many?
How
muster
many
rolls?
terms did you do this career?
2. Oh, no.
Alright, and
Yeah, 2.
all right, and you're rank 2, which gives you 1 extra, so you get 3 rolls.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. I was annotating. I wrote down cyber implant, but I really had a combat implant.
yeah, I got a combat and a social implant, a 5 and a 6. So I need to look up what those are.
Yeah.
So
let's just take a look.
converting attributes is actually going to be really easy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say just take the average between your intelligence and your education.
I mean, mine are both a 1 modifier.
So it averages to a 1. And then I just figured any negatives is a D4. 0 is a 6. 1 is 8. 2 is 10. 3 is 12.
Yeah.
Strength is strength.
the-
Dex is agility. Endurance is vigor. Social is spirit.
Okay, just out of curiosity, what is TAS membership?
I don't know, but I almost earned
I
it.
actually was curious about that myself.
I believe that is like the major governing body.
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't
Control
get it, so
F,
I'm-
everybody.
Don't tell me what to do.
TAS is the Traveler's Aid Society hostel, where characters with TAS membership and their guests can stay. TAS hostels offer medical facilities for members, as well as supplies and luxuries not normally available in most worlds.
Yeah.
So now I
don't have
totally
that.
understand why I bought the shares in your ship. You're getting me.
Yeah.
in.
Well, I didn't get it, so don't get excited about that.
Boo.
So where do I find out about the implants, the social, or
86 is where equipment starts. I'm actually looking for it right now.
I'm in the index and I can't find it here either.
yeah, it's not there. So
Augments? Are augments the same thing as implants?
Oh,
That's
they
fine.
might
Now,
be.
I do have an idea. If we're converting it to Savage Worlds, the easy thing we could do is any implants we have, we just as with like weird gear and stuff, we could just reference the random tables on Savage Riffs. Because those have
True, I mean,
Savage World cybernetic tables
They
and
have
tech
cybernetics and the
tables.
sci-fi thing does too. So
Oh, does it have random tables?
it doesn't have random,
Yeah.
but like you can just take cybernetics from there and it's easy enough.
Yeah, I was suggesting because we're going all random anyways.
Yeah.
But that is an easy way to do it. However, not accurate.
All right.
I
so-
almost just opened this vodka and like straight up drank it, and I don't know why. That was my autopilot move.
The
you
weird
might want to look
position.
at that there. Where are the implants? Did you find them yet?
There's an augment section on 89.
There's augments. I'm control effing implant right now, and I can't.
It's worded like it would cover, like augments would cover it. It says like cybernetics and implants
Yeah.
periodically throughout it, but it's really pretty vague.
Yeah, how do I know what is a combat implant and what is a social implant?
I know,
guess
that's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't know. Hang on 1 second.
Drugs.
Drug.
I'm just gonna Google or Control F social implant specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there is. Like, I just did implant, and it was like
Yeah, it's not in the index either.
social implant. Nothing comes up for some reason.
It doesn't even come up that it's on the agent page or anything.
No, that's weird.
No, you Control F the whole document. It's not.
Right, but that means it's not searching right because
Yeah.
it's actually written somewhere. We know
Unless
that.
they called it something else, and I just mixed up the name. Oh, because the only put. Oh wait, it says +1 social or combat implant.
That's an implant that's probably giving you +1 social or +1 combat.
Well, it's probably just you can take a +1 social or you can take a combat implant.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Are they
That
two different
makes
things?
sense. Yeah.
But do you see where
two different.
combat implant is?
Yes. Yes.
Where? Where's that?
Oh, well, no, I see where it is on the agent page.
Me too.
Combat implant, page 35.
Here we go. Combat implant. Yeah. Gain any one of the following augmentations. See page 89, and it has
Jesus.
subdermal armor, wafer jack, skill augmentation, or characteristic augmentation.
Oh my God.
Wait, so I
All
can
right.
get a +1 to my strength?
Sure, I guess, whatever.
Well, I really need it.
All right. So the credits are how much but we get one, so we don't have to pay for it.
I assume it would automatically be lowest tech level if I had to be honest.
Yeah.
It says you take the lowest tech level augmentation of that type.
Oh, it does say that? Okay.
Yep. If you roll it again,
I
then
see.
you can take a different augmentation or upgrade the one you already possess. So I actually might, if I can upgrade with that thing, I might do that instead of taking the one extra social.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm gonna see what they look like, but
I'm actually gonna take the intelligence augmentation. Because I'm sick of being kicked around like a nimnut.
you are a nimnut.
Thank you.
Kicking the nimnuts.
But I assume we have to take it at like the first level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical whatever, that thing doesn't help me.
All right. We are in the bookkeeping part, which is super exciting for everyone listening.
I know.
Yeah.
Just
But
so
I am
good.
just about at the end of my
Watching-
time.
I
Bobby, I
Watching
thought you
people
were
do
gonna
the
Yeah.
math.
was gonna
I
say
thought you were gonna have some work cut out for you on this one.
converting won't be too hard actually.
No. This is also a new system, so people are like unsure about things like augments that are really poorly
Yeah.
worded.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just say, because I had to get going myself.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I hope you guys enjoyed Traveler, and Susan specifically. I hope that you enjoyed being able to break out of controlling what happens and seeing what a fun character you can get from some really weird stuff happening.
Yes, well, I did, and actually, it was as you walk through the whole process of the different rankings up and switching around. My stats actually got a lot better, but not in a direction that I would have ordinarily
Expected.
chosen. So,
Yeah.
but it was frustrating. I can't tell you how many times I like, oh fuck, I don't want that one. But you know, I would actually be really interested to play this character and see how badly her life goes from here now that she has gone from being a pretty regular citizen to a pirate, apparently a crappy pirate, and now a fairly decent cop.
My character ended up randomly the exact kind of character I would play anyway. So not that exciting here.
But you invented a whole new field.
Yeah.
That's not for nothing.
Weird living plant monsters.
Yep.
Yeah, I got blown up. But it was still
Exactly. How do you feel about it since you're the character?
The
who
no legs hindrance.
Well,
Yeah.
I took my combat implant to give me +1 strength, so I now have 2 strength again. I'm as strong as a small child.
It's just like peg legs to help you walk.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I'd like to thank you guys from SWADEcast from coming out here and hanging out and doing some Traveler with us today.
Yep. And
You're welcome.
you guys watching, we really appreciate the support on chat. I was looking at it, and yeah, that was getting us through.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
So with that,
All right.
I assume you guys are going to record your intro after we log out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
drop that to you.
So yeah, I want to thank everybody who is here for hanging out, even though we already kind of did that. This coming week, we're going to be doing a version of Ninja Turtles for One Shot Wednesday, and that's basically it, because I'll be prepping for that and writing all that. We'll run that, and I have no idea what we'll be doing next Friday. It's weird. We may just be converting these.
I have an interview next Friday scheduled.
Nice.
You.
But we can. Oh yeah, Susan.
Oh yeah, yes.
We're talking with
Yeah.
Scott. But
Yeah.
we might be able to squeeze it in
All right.
before or after the situation.
Awesome. We may have an interview Tuesday, by the way, Mike. I am
Okay.
currently talking to Dom.
Cool.
Like right now. But with that, everything's up in the air apparently, and we are unorganized.
So wait, Bobby, on Monday you're doing GM prep
Yes.
live?
Yes, Monday nights I do
And that's-
GM prep.
And that's for the Ninja Turtle thing,
Yeah,
right?
it'll be for whatever One Shot Wednesday is, so this time it'll be GM prep. Unless everybody asks me to keep reading that 54-page Suede conversion document, because just sitting there reading it for like an hour and a half actually did very, very well. So
Which is surprising because I clicked it off. But hey,
Yeah.
no offense.
no, it's fine. There's a chance people really want this, and yeah, it's doing good.
Apparently. All right.
All right,
Nice.
so bye everybody.